John, you talked about the challenges of handling that streak last year, earlier in the season. How have you handled this one? It's not 16, I know, but you're trending one of the hotter teams in the league. How have you handled it differently? Or did you learn anything from that streak that you've applied to this one?
No, we don't even. This is different. This is a team that really doesn't spend too much time about a streak. It's about each and every day, and we have really concentrated on that. We have not talked about anything as far as a winning streak. It's because of the situation we're in, trying to get in. It's just about each and every day.
There was the point last year where you sort of gave in and said, all right,
yeah.
It's a streak,
yeah.
And it's fun, and we're doing this.
Yeah.
It can't be that. It can't be that way.
No, it's different. It's different. It's at the end of the year. It's teams battling to get in. The focus is trying to get into the playoffs. So no, we want to continue winning, but to count the number of games we've won in a row, that's not. We move right by it and get ready for our next game. So it's a whole different situation to me.
What was Brad Richards like down the stretch and in the playoffs when you were in Tampa? And
why are you asking me a question about Brad Richards today?
It's today.
Yes.
Okay, I'll drop the question.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just curious about leadership and scoring-wise and what guys are built for times like this.
You mean Richie?
Yeah.
I don't even remember. I'll answer.
I remember his Conn Smythe.
As far as playoffs?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not even there.
Well,
as
a captain, etc. He was the captain of you had a pretty good team there.
Yeah, he wasn't our captain though. Andrew Chuck was our captain. Richie was a hell of a player. But for me to answer a question about playoffs right now, I can't. We're not there. Yeah, so it's hard for me to answer that.
Torts, how about Seth Jones tonight? Is he available?
Jonesy, game time decision.
Second question is the value of a game like this, not necessarily because your team is young, but just the value of playing a game like this in preparation for what you hope is a long run. Certainly you know the magnitude of the matchup tonight.
I don't know where you're going with it. It's another game. This is another game. I've said this from day one. Another important game. But I'm not sure where you're going with that as far as for what? For playoffs? We're not in playoffs.
No, but the richness of the game, understanding what's on the line here.
Every game here for the past week or so, the past couple of weeks, when we know we're coming to an end, has it's been fun because it's you're in or you're out. So I don't know where you're going, Dave, with it all. I want you guys to understand we're not in the goddamn playoffs. We're trying to get in, so we're taking each and every game as it is. That's all we do. And so don't get too far ahead because we're not there.
So opponent doesn't make a difference?
Not a damn difference, no. Just the 2 points each game. You guys can go with Florida trying to get in, the amount of points that we're ahead of them. You guys go with that. We don't worry about that. We're trying to win a game tonight. Then we'll worry about a practice tomorrow.
I've talked about your depth before, up front, on the back, that kind of stuff. You've talked about the depth chart after the trade deadline.
Yes.
and just basically laying it out there for the guys. Does that make it easier to make some of these decisions, like when guys got to come back in, that kind of thing, as a coach, to just be like, hey, this is our depth chart, that kind of deal?
Well, especially on our back end, I think there's it gives me a little flexibility in where some guys are banged up at this time of year. There's a lot of nicks, a lot of guys are banged up. It gives me flexibility into where, because I think there's a group of them that really no one's head over shoulders ahead of the other one. I think Jonesy is on top as far as if he can play, he's playing. It gives me an opportunity, if Jonesy comes in, to look at the D and say, you know what, he's been banged up a little bit, and can he play? Yeah, but it gives me an opportunity maybe to get him rested. There are a number of different things, especially in our back end, that I can do. So I hope I'm answering the question. Is it?
Coaches like they always say a lot of them will say they like having hard decisions because it means you have depth.
Oh yeah, I've said that all along. It's healthy. Yeah, and Andy gets healthy. You got a hard decision there. I think Andy is I know I still have a couple other forwards that are sitting out right now, but I think Andy's in a different situation if he gets healthy. He's going to probably come right back in when he's ready to go. It's going to be a hard decision there. But there are a lot of bumps and bruises as you go along here. It gives me some flexibility there.
You suspect a message was delivered to Dubinsky with the scratch the other night, and does he draw back in tonight?
It was not a message sent to Brandon Dubinsky. It was a decision that we felt that. I'm not trying to put him in a bad way. There's been some struggles in his game. It's gone on for a little bit. Sedlak was playing well. And then the deadline people come in, and that's what happens. It gluts it. But no, Doobie doesn't come back in. But it's not for me to grind Doobie. I hope we have a really good player there ready to come back in if something else happens with another guy. But I'm certainly not trying to grind him. It's just a decision I have to make as far as those 12 forwards for that particular game and tonight's game.
Wenberg, I think, is plus 19. What do you feel about his play compared to the expectations you have for him? How close is he to getting there?
Oh, I think there's much more. I think he's played better. Very smart defensive player. I like the line he's playing on. Has made more plays, has played better. But there's more there. There has to be more there. If he wants to keep on growing as a player, and this organization needs to keep on growing. And you can ask him, he knows there's more there. That's more important. He knows that, not just me.
John, how's your communication with Artemi Panarin? Because we never know if well, it's our guess that he speaks the Queen's English as well as anybody, but sometimes he has translators, sometimes not. Sometimes
it's just with you guys. He doesn't want to talk with you guys.
So you actually talk to him?
Do I talk to him?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Do you know Russian, or is this?
No, I speak very fluent English with him. Yes. He just doesn't want to talk to you guys.
He enjoys speaking with you, though?
I'm not so sure sometimes. No. I think he's getting better. I see him and Bob, and when they're together, I wish Bob would force him to speak English. I can't control that. That's their call. Bob speaks very well, obviously, and I think it's a matter of him just. He's shy, even in the room when we have meetings. He was part of our leadership group when we had a leadership group a couple of weeks ago. He's beginning to open up. He has got a great personality. He just doesn't say much. I think he understands English. Yeah, he's a very intelligent guy, and it's the other way for me as a coach. When you're dealing with those type of guys, is they understand everything that you're saying. It's just they have selective hearing sometimes, and they can kind of throw that card out there and say, I didn't understand. But I haven't had any problems with him, and he has been he's been terrific as a player and as a teammate, because he's contagious because he's a hockey player. He just loves playing. He loves practicing. We're talking on the ice as a coach. I don't want to keep going on and on here, but it's fun for me to see a player, when a coach is ready to start a new drill, he has a puck on his stick and he's playing with the puck. He just loves playing the game. It's really cool to see, where some guys, sometimes it's drudgery to get out there and practice and do all their things.
He brings that swagger too that I think you appreciate in a player. Does that rub off?
Right? Oh yeah. He's made a couple of mistakes the past few games here, and I have to admit, in my mind, I'm out of my mind. But he goes right back to it. He has some balls. He just plays and puts himself in spots with and without the puck that could be a major turnover, but finds a way and gets it done 99% of the time. So that's why I've got to turn away on certain situations if it doesn't work. Yeah, he tries different things, and I think it's fun to watch. And I think our guys just love his personality. He's certainly brought personality to this team, and I think that's very important in a long year.
Same lineup tonight, right down to Bob?
Yes.
Pending Seth's decision.
Jonesy's game time. Good. Thanks, guys.